happy Friday. Welcome back to Talk Cards United. This is the greatest Talk Card podcast in the world. My name is Jason. That's Enzo. Hello, Enzo.
Hello, Jason. How are you?
Good. The podcast is one day late because for the second time in a few weeks, there was not enough happening between Tuesday and Thursday. But there was stuff happening on Friday, so we decided to delay so we could catch some stuff.
I think it makes sense. Have you had a nice week so far, Jason?
Yes, I have. People may notice that I've kind of gone backward in my setup.
One step forward, few steps back.
Yeah, just to kind of check in. I suppose if you've never seen the video version of the podcast and you only listen, you may kind of be like, why did they spend so much time talking? But there's been a dramatic change week to week over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
definitely. In
your setup, not mine.
No, yours is stable. I've tried to get a setup like yours in for opening boxes beside me, and I will say that looks good now, and that is a functional backdrop. Yeah, there's good lighting. There's a backdrop. There's a breaker mat. The whole lot.
Breaker mat or a box opening mat, Jason? Come on, don't tease.
It's a breaker mat that I'm going to use for box opening. I don't want anyone to
get confused. Can I actually say, because I keep on I was joking 1 or 2 weeks ago when I was talking about the sports card nonsense thing. A lot of people are like,
would you like to clear that up, would you?
Yeah, I keep forgetting to say it because we're very casual on this podcast. That was a joke, kind of. I mean, joke with a bit of truth in it because you haven't been on in a while, but it was a joke. And
you don't actually have any privileged information about
why
I'm having sports card nonsense.
Our last interaction with sports card nonsense was at the New York Fanatics Fest, and we were talking with Jesse, and unbelievable vibes.
Yes,
we get on great guy, great people.
We're friends.
We're friends, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, no, it wasn't. I was joking saying that Jason wasn't on for whatever reason, and we talked about it off air, but that wasn't true. And just some people were like, "Why? What the hell's wrong with them guys? Why aren't they bringing you?" You know, there's no beef. It's all harmonious between the two biggest hobby podcasts in the game. By the way,
yeah.
So all is good. Just wanted to clear that up because I don't want to cause them unnecessary trouble.
Yeah, people messaging them. What's been going on with SCU? Why have you not had them on? That's right. I certainly wouldn't. I wouldn't like to incur their wrath. But anyway,
certainly not.
Yes. Speaking of American sports podcasts and American sports, therefore, we have a big
draw a diagram here.
I'm kind of
speaking of America.
Speaking of America. Speaking of I don't know. This weekend, Enzo, we have some very exciting news. We got a last minute invite.
Don't call it last minute. We got an invite.
What? It was a last minute invite.
But I think it's just an invite.
Sorry. See, now there's going to be people are going to be messaging. Who gave me that last minute invite? I didn't mean to be negative there. We got a very nice invite this week to go to something which is also this week. That is last minute. It doesn't matter. On Sunday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the NFL London series continues with basically the London home team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, taking
Chicago
on
Bears.
The Chicago Bears. Yeah, you're wearing kind of a Chicago Bears blue there on your hoodie.
No.
No.
When I seen the Chicago Bears, I don't know why I thought it was Cleveland. I don't know what their football team, if they have a football team, what it's called.
The Browns.
The Browns. See, I got confused there. That makes sense. So yeah, the Chicago Bears versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, and myself and Jason are gonna be there. Hopefully, Jason, I think it could be hospitality. I think we could be getting a nice treatment here. I think we might be getting like a premium experience here. I'm certainly hoping so.
Wow.
And we're definitely getting a premium experience on our way to London because we are going to be on Aer Lingus, no doubt about it. So there's no denying it's going to be a nice time for all involved. But yeah, I believe Caleb Williams plays for one of them. I want to say the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I'm not 100%.
Nope, the Bears.
Really?
Yep.
I always thought the Jags were always like expensive in breaks or something, but I guess not. I don't know anything about NFL. So I'm going to be going for the Chicago Bears then in that case.
Me too.
100%. So this is actually a blue Chicago Bear vibe. Yeah, that's right, Jason.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've graduated from baseball, not in terms of quality or anything. I'm just saying that we've done our baseball learning. Now we're moving on to some NFL. Can we learn about this American football? Jason, not about you. It's going to be my first football game, should I say? Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
I'm hopeful.
I've never even, because I remember we would be at the London Card Show and stuff, and people would be often, I don't know, can't remember when, but like there was one year where they kept coinciding with London Card Shows and the NFL. And people would be like shooting off to go to the NFL. And I was always just like, I don't know if I'm going to go to that. I don't know. But now when you get an invite, it's different to having to self motivate.
That's
To
right.
get the tickets yourself.
I was like very hyper aware of the NFL games going on in Germany. But
Yes.
I didn't really pay too much attention to the London series at all. I kind of didn't really know what was happening, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, I've never gone to a football game. I've only ever watched like the Super Bowls, stuff like that. So I'm excited to get kind of involved in some more American festivities. And we've been to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as our first ever card show way back when. And it was a beautiful, beautiful stadium. And I feel like I know that area of London fairly well, which is quite the privilege.
Yeah.
I'm excited, Jason. I'm looking forward to it. Sunday is gonna be a good day. I hope it's sunny. I hope
Sunday,
it's nice.
for me, Sundays are about football.
Sundays are about
And
football.
I don't,
It's an international break, so I don't feel like I'm missing any of the soccer action, really.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time to get involved in the American. I have a question for you, Jason. Is this the NFL season? Is it currently happening?
Yeah.
Like Super Bowl is in February.
Just started.
Right. So is this actually like say if it's a Premier League, is this actually like a Premier League match day?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Love it.
So I think the Jaguars were in London for maybe 3 weeks or something. Does that sound right?
I know the Jets were playing at one point.
Yeah, they're playing 3 different. I think the Jaguars are playing 3 different teams over 3 different weeks.
Right. So their home base in this side of the world is London.
Yeah, and they were actually thinking, I think, at one stage about, or they still are, about moving to London.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, like full on.
London's NFL team. Yeah.
Why doesn't Ireland get a little NFL game? We just get the football classic.
Well, there is talk of it.
I'd like that. Well, I'll see if I like it after this Sunday.
Yeah, maybe you wouldn't like it. Like here's the thing: it's so on the 6th of October, the Jets, as you said, played the Vikings, and then the Jaguars are here for 2 weeks. They're playing the Bears, and they're playing the Patriots.
Wow.
2 in Tottenham, 1 in Wembley.
Very nice. Look, UK, Ireland. Look, they threw the Ireland thing there. Look at that.
Oh yeah, look at that. NFL UK. That's what I'm saying. They're very much aware.
So if they did in Ireland, Jason, you think Aviva Stadium would be the location?
Yes, I would say so. Yeah.
Oh, imagine that NFL in Dublin. Jason, stop.
Mm.
That would be brilliant. Especially if it coincided with a Dublin card show.
Wow.
What weekend that would be.
I think we've been to Chicago. I think we'll adopt the Bears.
Yeah, we'll take on the Bears, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Especially if Caleb Williams plays for the Bears.
Yes.
Come on.
We were in America we had ESPN on the TV all the time, and they were talking about this preseason. They're talking about Caleb Williams a lot, and what does he need to do, and what does Chicago need to do to foster him, and all this stuff. And I heard Aaron Rodgers recently, he was talking about, they were like, have you got any advice for Caleb Williams as like a rookie quarterback and stuff? And he was like, I feel sorry for the quarterbacks that come through now, because the owners that draft them kind of expect them to win. He's like, when I was a rookie quarterback, or when Tom Brady was a rookie quarterback, when you came in, you were given time to learn your craft. You weren't necessarily expected, you're part of a rebuild, and then it was understood that you'd eventually come into your prime, and then all this kind of stuff. And I was like, that's very interesting, because that reminds me of a lot of stuff that I would complain about in soccer.
They
want the
young players to make the difference out the gate.
Yeah, he's 17. Why isn't he deciding games?
Yeah, because he's 17.
Because he's 17. He's just
planning for a long career.
Yeah. So we'll see. It's quite an interesting. If anyone has any tips for how to best enjoy an NFL game,
I'm hoping the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is going to have some of the best hot dogs I've ever had in my life. That's what I want. I want a match day hot dog, Jason. Oh, I'd love one.
Yeah. Hot dogs, or is that baseball? I don't know.
That's baseball for sure. It might be everything.
That's baseball. Yeah. Here's one for you.
Tell me.
See, I as you know, I'm a baseball cap guy, although I'm not wearing a baseball cap right now.
Neither of us are. This is actually one of the rare episodes where we're both hatless.
So I have a Chicago Cubs hat.
Oh, like, is that an allowable thing?
Definitely. Should I wear that, or should I
wear that, or be ready to buy a hat at the game? I might buy a hat at the game.
I bet there's a great shop.
Yeah, definitely.
And we have some NFL cards. We could bring them over and maybe
do some bits. We definitely won't.
Well, we could though.
But like, what would you tell me, and I can bring them, because we're not. I don't know. Like, I'm not bringing any bags.
I'm not bringing a bag either. No.
So I would have to carry just a box of wax, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. Like, I can do that.
What's that one? What's that? That kind of one that like is in like kind of a
luminance.
Yeah, luminance. Yeah,
looks like a Toblerone.
You could stick luminance in your pocket.
Jason, please. We're on air.
Okay. Here we go. Let's get into Hobby HQ. I want to start off on soccer because we're going to get into non-soccer or non-sport in a second. But I want to start off with maybe the most hotly anticipated release of any season, which is Bundesliga summer signing.
Oh, look at that box.
So Fabrizio Romano, interestingly, was not available to do the Bundesliga summer signings in the same way he was available to do the UCC summer signings. But this is the Bundesliga summer signings. These 30 premium trading cards, 2 parallel cards per box.
I just thought of something.
Yeah.
Do you think summer signings should be one set and use both licenses if they were allowed to do such a thing? Like the Champions League and Bundesliga, or would it be different? Too different?
I think it would just all be Champions League. You know what I mean? Like, it would be very hard for the Bundesliga to compete.
Like if summer signings was the brand and then all of the,
like an anthology kind of set.
Yeah, kind of. But I guess it must be difficult. But we'd open a door. If you can mix Bundesliga in with Champions League, we'd open a dirty door that doesn't need to be opened.
Yeah, and I mean it's that classic thing of like who from Germany
represents Champions League or Bundesliga. Yeah, sorry. Let's have a look.
Okay, let's have a look. So Michael Olise, probably the most high-profile signing to the Bundesliga this summer, to Bayern Munich, having an absolutely great time.
That's a nice little design.
That is a nice design, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I like the mixture of the signing and the play, the playing image or whatever you might call it. So that's Michael Olise. Nordi Mukiele came from Leipzig to Leverkusen. Does that sound right?
Leipzig sound like they have everyone, to be honest.
Yeah. Demirovic signed for Stuttgart. João Palhinha. I heard an interview with João Palhinha recently because you know the way he went to, Bayern tried to get him in January from Fulham, and then he went and like took his photograph and everything in the jersey, and then it fell through. Did you hear about all that in January?
Yeah.
And then he went in the summer and he hasn't really played at all. They've been playing companies been playing with Kimmich and the young kid Pavlovic instead of João Palhinha. And I think it's going to come back to bite them in the later stage of the Champions League if they don't get João Palhinha into the team, because that midfield of Pavlovic and Kimmich will get overrun, in my opinion, against the top team.
Good insight there, Jason.
Yeah, thank you. I was rehearsing that before the show. Tim Kleindienst for
Jason, this is
Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Come on, this is a brutal set.
This is a brutal set. Yeah, this is brutal. That's what I'm. Yeah,
they didn't sign anyone. No one signed anyone.
Kleindienst here, for instance, which is number 5 maybe on the images. Kleindienst, I think, moved from Heidenheim. Heidenheim newly promoted last season. All this stuff. He was responsible for like 40% of Heidenheim's goals last season. But like this is journeyman stuff. This is not, you know.
Yeah, I mean the Germans will like it. I think it's a bit of fun for the Germans. It's very affordable, 40 quid. You know, in this day and age, perfectly fine. My biggest qualm, if that's even the word I can use, my biggest issue with this set, especially with the kind of lack of quality this year, is like, why not? Price is fine, 40 quid, 40 euro, German, out of stock. Like it's already out. This only came out today, right? Out of stock, just there. I don't think it was out of stock.
Yeah, it's out of stock. Yeah, just launched.
So, sold out fast, 40, cheap, whatever. And I'm sure there's definitely like people that follow Bundesliga clubs are probably like, yeah, there's a bit of fun. This guy signed for my team and I'm happy and blah blah blah. For the love of goodness, like scroll up to the top there on this checklist, Jason. 1 and 2 autograph cards per box, numbered to 15 to 49. Cool. So the autographs go up to 49. That's good. Not 99 autographs anymore. So that's definitely a reduction. 2 parallels per box, numbered to 1, 5, 10, 25, 49, 99. Why not make it 3 or 4 parallels a box? Slice the print run a bit, and just when you open a box, you're hitting 4 or 5 colored if you get an auto. Like that's a bit of fun. Like, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like I feel like they're stuck in the kind of cycle of this is our format for product. We're going to just do it again, and it's like, right, why not just make it? I understand like it might just be purely kind of financial, where it's like we kind of have to have 2 parallels because then we can make this many boxes and this, much revenue on this license is returned or whatever. But it's like throw 3 parallels in a box or 4 and just make it a funner experience to open, still at an affordable price point, and have a bit of crack. That's what I would request there, especially with we're obviously not German league absolute experts, but it does feel a bit lackluster. Very, very, very Bundesliga.
Just having a look at this checklist just while you were saying all of that, which I thought was a valid point, which is like, why not just bulk it up and have it like, if you because then it's like for collectors, just to build on what you're saying, it's like if you can get into the Bundesliga, there's actually a whole range of very, very rich products in there, and all you have to do to be able to appreciate those products is to get into the league. which will kind of maybe start like a virtuous cycle. Whereas right now, it's like it's not even the products aren't even, and they are better. Bundesliga range of products is better.
I like seeing the autograph being lower. That was good because I'm pretty sure they were 99 last year, so that is a win.
But yeah, I would agree with what you were saying. But just looking, Oscar Højlund, Rasmus Højlund's brother. I don't know where he moved. Paul Vanner, who people may remember. Paul Vanner, the Bayern Wunderkind for a couple of seasons ago. He had a good season in the SC Bundesliga last year, I think. But again, these are not glamorous.
Look, Adam Holcek.
Yeah, he didn't work out for him at Leverkusen or wherever he was.
If there's someone, I don't know. To be honest, I don't even.
You don't even want to speculate.
No, I don't want to speculate. But I just think they could have made it a bit richer. That's all I would say. But like, cheap price point. I like the autographs being lowish numbered, but at the same time, like an all 49 autograph of whoever's on that autograph checklist, is it particularly appealing? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll tell just to kind of hammer that point home. I'll give you the autograph checklist now. Wu Yong-jong, Tim Rota, Nordi Mukiele, Valdemir Anton, Kevin Sturger, Tim Kleindeist, Oscar Højlund, Kevin Schlotterbeck, Joao Palhinha, Hiroki Ito, Aaron Dinkchi, Jeff Szabo, Ermin Demirovic, Sally Ozcan, Serhou Garassi, Maximilian Bayer, Antonio Nusa, Paul Vanner, Chan Uzun, Arthur Vermeer, Adam Holcek, Franz Kreutzig, Elbil Toure, Samuel Bamba, and Ben Stardai. So these are not.
I have never heard a collection. I've never heard a collection of footballer names on any checklist ever that have resonated less with me. If you know what I mean. Like I don't know half of that, more than half. Yeah. That wasn't. But I do think German Bundesliga fans will like. I wish it was a little bit richer. Like, give me 3 or 4 parallels. That way, you're not opening a box. You hit your 2 parallels, and you're like, right, I might get an auto, but the rest of it's base. You know, you're kind of like, just 4 colored. You know, like if you're at a card show and someone who you're in Germany, say you're speaking German, and the German people walk up and go, "Oh, we don't know much about this hobby. All these boxes. Like, which one would you recommend?" And summer signings are sitting there for 50 quid with 4 parallels and a 50% chance of an auto. You'd be saying, "Hey, start there." You know,
get into that.
So a little bit, I don't know, but sold out, cheap, cheerful. It's
sold out
in this day and age for 40 quid.
Found its audience.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's go over to a slightly more glamorous product, non-soccer. Over the last few weeks, they've been releasing Marvel products, Top Scroll Marvel and Marvel Sapphire. They're still European exclusives. We talked about the license for that stuff moving to a global license in the new year. But for now, there's a second year of Disney Chrome. Let's have a look at it because it's on a lot of people's lips right now.
Mickey Mouse.
People may remember the first year Disney Chrome was part of the Disney 100 product range from lots and lots of different suppliers, and that went kind of crazy.
Yeah, it went astronomically. Gradually crazy. It was kind of released near Christmas, and it just kept going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. After initially, no one really knew how to deal with it at the very start.
And I believe it's about $1,000 a box at the moment.
Yep, $1,000.
Right. So this is a second year. So we've seen this kind of thing before. You look at 2017-18 Chrome for soccer versus 17-18-19. It's a big difference. F1 Chrome year to year, first year, second year. So there is kind of a second year that sometimes happens. But they've done a couple of things to bulk up this product, I guess. One thing is this 30th anniversary of The Lion King.
What a show, by the way.
Yeah. What a show. Oh, the live show. I think I heard that the live show of The Lion King is the highest grossing.
I believe it. And anytime I go,
The Lion King in general is the most profitable IP ever or something like that.
I would believe it. Like anytime I've passed through London or Milan, I see like The Lion King, the show that was in Dublin, like we've seen it. Like that is just, I think that's just constantly somewhere. It's like a properly.
Yeah, there's probably like 5 or 6 Lion Kings running around the world at any given moment.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, but the movie came out 30. That kind of makes me feel old. The movie came out 30 years ago.
That was actually prior to our generation. Do you know that? Like we would have watched it as kids, but it had actually come out much earlier.
Yeah. So I remember that this was a. Let's go down memory lane for a second. When I was a young child, and we still had video stores.
Yeah, cassettes.
Yeah, so we go on like rent. And when I was like a young kid, I would only ever want to rent The Lion King, and my parents would always be like, "You've seen The Lion King?" Yeah. And I'd be like, "I know, but it's so good. I got to see it again."
I've had like younger cousins when I was in Italy. My first time watching Lion King in Italian, what an experience that was. That I was like hanging out with them. This was when maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago probably, and I'd hang out and they would just watch The Lion King on repeat as well. And I'd be like, "We watched this yesterday," and they'd be like, "Lion King."
Yeah. So there
it
it
is.
is. It's starting to.
Can I say those two caveats right there is the reason this set is so strong. People love it.
Yeah.
They just love it. Look at that Donald Duck in the front. I love Donald Duck.
Donald Duck. I believe Donald Duck is celebrating his 90th birthday.
Yeah, I didn't love the original Donald Duck. I seen that. I thought that looked pretty ugly. You know, the original.
You mean like what he eventually? Yeah.
Yeah, big Donald
So
Duck.
this is on the equal launch here of the EU equal launch, €315, 2 per customer maximum. Let me just read out the
info
description
overview.
Here.
Yeah.
Disney Chrome 2024. Get ready for more Disney Chrome magic. Following on from the success of Disney 100 Chrome, Tops are proud to present this new one. Featuring official licensed Walt Disney cards, stunning inserts, celebrations of key anniversaries, plus loads more. Disney Chrome 2024 is the ultimate collectible for new and existing fans, starting with a 200 card base set.
Disney 200 Chrome.
Disney Chrome 2024 also introduced the debut medallion for all new Disney characters. We saw that in Star Wars.
Yeah.
This includes Anxiety and all the new stars from Inside Out 2. Also look for 11. Do you see Inside Out 2?
Yeah.
Any use? I didn't see it.
I was told it was not as good as Inside Out 1, but I had watched it having never seen Inside Out 1.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. And you thought it was good on its own?
Good, yeah. Bit of fun. Yeah, definitely.
Also look out for the 11 different parallel variations of the base set, including a special black and white speckle, sequentially numbered to 101. Inserts include...
Like the Dalmatians.
Oh, isn't that good? I would have maybe thrown the word Dalmatians in there just for those of us who are a bit slower on the uptake.
I wouldn't even have said speckle. I would have said spot, black and white spot. Obviously, it must be a speckle, but yeah, that's Dalmatian.
There we are. Wow. Inserts include celebrations of the Lion King's 30th anniversary, The Incredibles' 20th anniversary, and Donald Duck's 90th anniversary. Yeah, 20 years since Incredible. Plus a very special Disney take on the iconic Topps Chrome insert Future Stars. Whoa. Case hit inserts include the return of facsimile autographs, Chrome layers cards, Magical Mickey, Scorched, plus more, including Super Strength Chrome, the strongest ever Topps Chrome card for some of the strongest ever Disney characters.
Yeah, so like a thicker Chrome stock. Is that what they're saying? Is that what
I think so. Yeah,
rolling out there.
So layers is like you were saying, like the Alexia Putellas from Women's Chrome.
We might be seeing like some Disney patch cards, maybe some relics. This is Disney's glove, or this is Mickey Mouse's glove.
Yeah. From like the theme parks, would you imagine?
I would just say I'd say it's similar to Facile. It must be.
Oh, just like the
just a bit of fun. Must be.
Yeah.
There's no images of it though. But
this is the Mickey Mouse image for this year.
It's a strong image. That's very.
This is like Messi cards where he has the beard, like when like in the late Barcelona years he had kind of the beard.
Yeah.
And sometimes you see him on like a noir card or something, and from a couple of years of Panini releases, he looks really, really good. That's kind of this for Messi, for Mickey Mouse, I think.
That looks like a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse days. That's what that looks like.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I think
this is kind of.
Joking aside, like I think it's a good design. Do you know what I mean like it's very much character
I think
centric?
It's a good design too. Yeah.
You're getting, if that's a superfactor, you're getting a lot of superfactor gold vinyl circles on it. Strong.
Yep. So you see here Disney, and then you have Pixar denoted here.
A real
this
separation
is Bruce
of
the
those,
shark.
Yeah. Big Bruce
from Finding Nemo.
That's right.
The Lion King,
30th anniversary.
King Simba.
Beautiful.
Oh, I see 30th.
Yeah, it says on the top as well, the top left.
Oh yeah, very good. But no, would it say that
on all
even
the
on the base card of this? Yeah,
I think that's just. I don't know. I don't think so.
Here's a Lightning McQueen Scorched Superfactor.
Stuff a dream.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone has seen it, but if anyone hasn't seen the Stephen A. Smith clip where he's talking about Lightning McQueen, it's very, very good. Talk about a guy like Lightning McQueen. Yeah, this is not the strongest version of Donald Duck here.
No, the original, I believe.
Yeah. Looks more like Donald Swan, maybe, or Donald Goose.
That's right. Yeah, more of a goose, I would say. 90.
Woody, the one and only Walt Disney.
That's a one of one. See, you spelled out, Jason, one of one. There's no base card of that. That's just what it is.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That's like the Champions League trophy.
And then we also have a Walt Disney cut autograph, one of one. Yeah. And then Sully there to finish.
It's kind of funny to throw Sully in after that.
Yeah, like as if you're building
up
to
as well. He's kind of like shouldn't be there.
Yeah, so
bigger price tag in terms of the ORP, €315.
Yeah,
I bet that's about $340, $350, I would say.
Right.
Although now the dollar's a bit mad, probably $3.50. Let me do my math.
Obviously, if you're ordering from the States, you'll have to use like a reshipper or something, so it's going to come out. It costs you more.
Yeah, about $350 ORP for those American listeners. I think about 3,200 cases. I did some of the maths on the checklist. Although I didn't compare it to first year. I feel like first year was 2,200 cases, so about 1,000 more cases, maybe. I need to double check my year one, and that's assuming it's 4 parallels per box, and there's not like a few boxes with 5, which there probably will be. So probably less than 3,200. Like I'd say if you got a parallel. Sorry, if you got a parallel, it's probably an extra color, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, no more than about 3,200 cases, probably a bit less. I don't know. It looks strong. Looks strong.
Here's an interesting take on the future stars. They're all kids from the movies. So they're all, like Boo from Monsters Inc. and Luca from Luca, Nemo from Finding Nemo, Jack from The Incredibles.
Makes sense.
Jack,
you just there. No, it's fine. I think
I
think it's gonna do well. I mean, I've seen so many different Kakao sets and stuff like that. Come out and do seemingly really well. I think there's obviously the Topps Chrome brand is strong. I think it looks good. Obviously, last year's box is at $1,000, so pricing this at $350 is giving it scope to go up, even though it's a bit higher than it was originally. Disney villains, I like that. I don't know.
The Super Strength Chrome, I just show you. I saw a Topps
they made a post.
Instagram post about this. Yeah.
I think it's good though. Like I do think it's going to be a strong set. Obviously more affordable than first year, less charm than first year. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, the thickest Chrome cards ever created. So we were just talking about thick Chrome cards in relation to the women's Chrome cards with the
true. It's like they figured out how to do it with the layers, the relics,
the layers. And actually, GV commented on our last episode and informed us that those are 180 point.
Okay,
so wonder no longer.
Look at this. Why are these £115 more expensive than Disney 100? Please explain. I would love if they could just reply with an image of the current price of Disney 100.
Yeah,
which is like £900.
So there we go. The strongest ever Disney characters deserve the strongest ever Chrome card. Introducing Super Strength Chrome. But here's an interesting one for you.
5.
The Super Strength Chrome checklist,
yes.
Right? I don't necessarily want to get into it over Disney characters, but you got Luisa Madrigal, Mufasa, Mr. Incredible, the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, and Sully from Monsters Inc.
Mm-hmm.
But like Mr. Incredible is the only one of those. Like, have you seen what's Madrigal? Encanto? Have you seen Encanto?
No, I haven't seen Encanto. It's the only one I haven't seen there.
Right. Well, Luisa in Encanto is like very, very strong, but not like she's kind of like superhumanly strong, but not like Mr. Incredible. Like not like
Mr. Incredible is Mr. Incredible. The Beast is strong.
The Beast is strong, but like Mr. Incredible could.
Yeah. Listen, if they're smart, they'll make Mr. Incredible slightly thicker than the rest of them. But yeah. I think Sully is strong when he's ready to go. I think the Beast is strong, and I think Mufasa, he might have fallen off that.
Mufasa's just a lion, though. You know, he's
not
especially strong.
No, you're way off. You're way off. These are some of the strongest Disney characters, and I think you're. I don't know if you're an Incredibles apologist, but no, don't disrespect Mufasa. Say sorry.
Fine.
Say sorry.
Sorry to Mufasa. Sorry to everybody.
That's right.
But I do think Mr. Incredible should have a thicker card.
His entire thing is that he's like a superhero within the Disney franchise or Pixar, or whatever you want to call it. Like, you know, Mufasa is a lion, but he's very strong of will. Don't disrespect the Lion King. Jeez.
Right. So the autograph checklist is Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck. I can't believe I'm doing this. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse.
They're not going to run out of Mickey Mouse autographs anytime soon, anyway.
Yeah. Goofy, Woody, Buzz Lightyear, Lightning McQueen, Pocahontas, Mulan, Ariel, Sully, and Mike Wachowski.
Can I say, I appreciate that they obviously have the Disney license, that they're going to have it globally in January, so it's kind of like they don't want to overdo it kind of thing, but it's like,
yeah,
would it not be better to like double or treble or quadruple the autographs and add more characters, considering the autographs are all fake anyway, and have no of 50 or have no, you know, like reduce how many parallels there are of each, make each one of them independently rarer cards and have a more variety so more people are, you know, do you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Because like every year they'll have Mickey Mouse because you can't leave him off the checklist.
Yeah.
But it's like, why stop at 12? And I know they might be saying, well, this year we have Mulan and then next year we're going to have this. But it's like, I would have to compare those to the autographs we had last year and kind of see how many new ones there are. And then also like, why not have a Nemo autograph? You know, I don't want to complain about it. I don't want to be like talking to the higher ups at tops and saying, why is there no Nemo autograph? That's what they're like, what? But it's like, why, genuinely, why not? Like, I don't understand. Like, they're, you know, it's not like you need them to sign or whatever. So it's like, why not change? Like, I feel that, I don't know, they're missing a beat there on the autographs, which is crazy to say, but I think it's true.
I'm very quickly looking up what Goofy's autograph looks like because it better be crazy.
It's Goofy. I've seen it. Come on, you've not seen these things. You're not up to date.
You've seen it.
Was he on that checklist? Was Goofy there?
Yeah.
Was Goofy there? What podcast is it?
I know. Yeah. Topps Goofy. Yeah. See, I don't like that Goofy. I know it's old.
Throw it on screen.
Okay.
But Walt Disney is not around to complain. To like you can't.
But Walt Disney didn't do this.
No, come on. But he threw a little hat on the F. I don't hate it.
No, but that's. Do you know what that is? That's that's silly. He's not silly. He's goofy. Like Goofy's a disaster.
I know.
That's Goofy's whole thing.
Is Goofy your favorite of the four there on that card?
Mickey, Donald, Pluto, and
I'm a Donald man. But Jason, I'm pretty sure. Not that Walt.
Goofy be my favorite. Yeah.
Not that Walt Disney himself did this, but these are like, unlike the kind of Marvel ones, these are Disney autographs. You know
these
what I mean?
are
like,
Disney approved. These are. Like,
I think so.
Standard.
Yeah, like these existed before the Chrome. So that I'm not saying Walt Disney decided Goofy's autograph, but these autographs
somebody did.
Yeah, many a year ago, I believe.
Okay, right. Well, then I won't take any further issue with it. But I just think they could really lean into the character, be slightly better.
Is there must still be dual autographs on the checklist, right?
I don't see any dual autographs.
Fascinating. We had them last year, so that might be a little head nod to leaving year one a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit special.
Special 100 Years of Wonder, Jason.
There's like, also
your Mickey Mini dual autographs just went up, people. By the way,
congratulations to all the Mickey Mini dual auto holders out there. There's also an insert here.
A PSA 10 of 75 of that doing 450 recently.
Whew.
Who's buying these? Like, I mean, like, I don't know.
Are you familiar with Oswald the Lucky Rabbit?
Is he from Alice in Wonderland?
No, I don't think so.
No, he definitely he's from one of the newer ones. So I'm going to type him in. Oswald.
No, he's not. He's not. He's from 1927.
Oh yeah, I know. I see him. Yeah.
So he has there's a Find Oswald thing. For factors number to 27, 10, 5, and 1 of 1. No other parallels, no base version. So he's like a special, like, see if you can find Oswald the Rabbit, the Lucky Rabbit. He starred in several animated short films released in theaters from 1927 to 1938. 27 animated Oswald shorts were okay. Oh wow! Universal took control of Oswald in 1928, and then that led Disney to create Mickey Mouse. Wow! And then Bob Iger became committed to acquiring the rights to Oswald. And of course, Disney used to be run in the 80s by Michael Eisner, who then ran Topps. So there's all sorts of stuff going on here.
100%.
100%.
There's history behind these cards, let me tell you.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, there's a few of them kind of on the checklist where there's no base and no other parallels than a few.
Yeah.
Which is good. Like, you know, kind of Champions League Chrome, trophy vibe kind of thing.
So here's a couple of questions for you, Enzo.
Talk to me.
So we've seen, obviously, Marvel coming out, Marvel Year 1 coming out, and the license kicks in the new year, and this is the second year Disney Chrome. When this license goes global and Topps in America can print whatever Marvel and Disney Pixar products they're looking to print, how do you think these European products hold up? Are they kind of seen as like still kind of like a holy grail product, or is it like, I don't know, like that was a European exclusive thing, we're kind of doing our own thing now and we're not going to give them extra money just because we couldn't buy that at the time?
I think, fascinatingly enough, assuming there's no more releases this year, which I don't think there would be in terms of Disney Marvel, I think that it becoming a global license in January actually gives a bit of legs to the Disney year too, because it's not we always go, this is the first year product. Oh, now second year, third year, fourth year, all the same. Kind of feels like second year Disney will be different to third year Disney, obviously, because of the accessibility to it. So I think that gives a benefit to second year Disney. I think first year Disney, I'll start with Disney. First year Disney will, I think, always be a bit of a grail to a 100-year anniversary. First time they did it. There is collectability there, just galore, galore, galore.
Yeah.
First year Marvel Comics, like it's kind of, I don't really know. I think that will kind of have, I mean, there's always been that Upper Deck stuff and stuff, yeah, so it's kind of a bit different. But I still think Topps Chrome Marvel Comics year one will have some allure to it as well. And the Sapphire set as well. But I think Disney year two might have got a small boost from it going global. Because like you can imagine January, you have Topps in the US being able to print as many hobby boxes as they want. Not to say that they'll print loads, but like they can give it to everyone on Fanatics Live if they want. You're going to see people that break entertainment like Star Wars on Fanatics Live now getting Disney. And, if they want to do a 10 case Disney, they might want to use European exclusive Disney to mix it in and kind of mix and mash it and kind of have that stuff as well. Build some momentum with that product because compared to what's going to come out in January, these ones will be seen less, I would imagine. That would be my kind of prediction. Unless they take it in January and keep it as short print as it is now and spread it around, whatever. But I think the assumption is, unless they run it into the ground to a point where everyone's kind of off it a bit. But like everything I've seen, what they've done with Star Wars this year shows that they're kind of handling entertainment well enough. I think because Star Wars was a big success this year. Star Wars Chrome and Galaxy last year actually really start selling. So there's a lot going on in the entertainment kind of game. Top seem to be kind of going deep into it, obviously, by taking on Marvel and all of this stuff and getting it global. But I think that the only thing I can say is I think it's going to, like, I think the first year stuff is safe, but I think there could be more legs to Disney year two than we think because of it still being European exclusive. I'm a bit concerned about when they open it up, does it become less desirable? That's still a premium price.
Yeah, I mean, like, I suppose one thing is that you'll still have a 2023 Disney Chrome, a 2024, one 2023, one 2024 Disney Chrome. And then in 2025, I don't know any of this, but I'm saying you could have a Disney Chrome and you could have a Pixar Finest and you could have a...
We're going to have a Wolverine, whatever that... Remember, they've kind of announced what the first set was going to be. It's going to be like a Wolverine thing.
Oh, yeah. Was it like an X-Men...
60 year or something, maybe? Something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember. But like, you're going to end up with like 2023 and 2024 are going to be kind of very pure. Like if you're in the Marvel or the Marvel or the Disney section of Blowout or something, and it's like there'll only be one Topps thing for 2023, 2024. Whereas in 2025, you might get a massive range of products. So I think sometimes it does help when there's purity. Like in the same way, like if you want a 2014 soccer card, it's like there's World Cup Prism.
Yeah. Do you know what? The thing is as well? Like if you picture, Jason, I hand you a box of Topps Finest Champions League, right?
Yeah.
You rip it and you stack up all your base cards, and then you kind of go through the base cards. Like how many of them really have value to a point where if you go to a card show, you're going to get €4, €5 for them? Very few, right? Depending on what kind of a show you go to. But like the Disney Chrome, and this is why, like, I think because people are always scratching their heads as to why it's so expensive and why the secondary market's so good. It's like you open a box of Disney Chrome, you stack up those parallels, you go to Comic-Con, you're going to sell them. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what, like, someone sees Anxiety, the character, and they go, I love Anxiety. How much is it? €2, €3, €4, €5. You're going to make that sale. Like we seen that at Comic-Con. Like we were selling. We realized the fast way. Obviously, in soccer, it was Ronaldo, it was Messi, it was Garnacho. That's very Irish. They that's what they were looking for. But then, and there's a few more, of course, Mbappe, etc. But then we were there, like at Comic-Con, we were there with boxes all on our shelf, and like people, this was Irish Comic-Con 2023. No one really knew about the hobby. It was very, very pure over here. They didn't know.
Yeah,
they were seeing the cards and they were really confused, right? Which makes sense in a growing market. That's what you're going to see. And people were looking at the price of a box and they were freaking out. So we start selling them all by the pack. People were buying more packs, but then people were going, they seen a Chrome pack, Jason. They were like, there's only 4 cards in that. Why would I pay €10 for that? There's only 4 cards. It was like a weird thing. And then eventually we got to a point where we said, hold on a minute. Because we had some Star Wars loose cards and people kept grabbing Grogu and paying us €5 or whatever it was. We start opening Star Wars, Mandalorian, I think it was, kept opening Star Wars just to get Grogus to put them on the table throughout the Comic-Con weekend, and we kept selling them. So like, that with Disney, you know what I mean? That's the thing, is like you open a box of Disney, you take every single base card, top load it, sleeve it, go to almost any event with family and kids, and they're probably going to be interested in them because they love that character. They have an association to the IP in a way that they don't for a, you know, random soccer base card or whatever. You know what I mean? So like that's where the value is that the base cards in these boxes are not worthless in the same way that they can be with other products. Because there's a bigger...
No, that makes sense. Just in terms of Comic-Con and crossover, like one thing I like about this, I do think there are some things in terms of the entertainment licenses, which is like entertainment's not sports. Like it's just not like I don't think all of the ideas translate one to one. I don't think all of the values translate one to one. I think there's kind of an assumption that people are going to be interested in this stuff. Like listeners of this podcast, for instance, will be interested in what we've been talking about for the last 20 minutes, when they may very well not be. They may have all turned off by now. But I do think when you talk about crossover and growing the hobby, I think this stuff is an important part, because I hear, you know, a lot about TCG crossover into the sports hobby, and I'm not even being like, I'm not trying to be funny or whatever. Like I'm not trying to like be glib, but like people I know, adults I know who are really into Pokemon cards generally aren't big into sports. Like and like, so it's like, but they are into kind of pop culture in general. So I think one thing that these entertainment cards does is that it bridges that gap between sports cards, by which I mean premium, parallel printed
trading
trading cards that come in hobby boxes. It bridges that gap between the hobby and the TCG world a lot more effectively if you have a Star Wars card, if you have a Pixar card, if you have a Disney card, than it does if you have basketball or soccer or something like that.
I think it makes sense. I think it's a weird one, because obviously from sets like this, and we've seen it with Marvel, it's like there's such a huge financial demand on the low numbered. You know, people want the 101s, they want the up 5s, but it's like, what I don't fully understand is like, I feel like the people that want the 50s, you know, I'm assuming the majority of them are doing full sets. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I want 50 because I want to take all 50, put it together, frame it, display it, whatever, and it's going to look great. I feel like the good thing, I think the reason they're able to make so many hobby boxes and charge the price they price is because people are genuinely chasing 101s. You know what I mean? Like a 101 Disney character on Topps Chrome, Super Factor, like that is something, whether you agree with it or understand it or not. You know, but there is a kind of a blur in everything that's kind of below that 101 for me. But then again, it's like the mid-range makes no sense to me. I understand the base cards, the refractors. I understand the 101s. I don't fully understand what's happening in the middle, beyond doing a full set. Like trying to complete a full set of the 101 Dalmatian insert would be cool. Would look aesthetically cool. You know what I mean? There's I mean, look, I think we had to talk about this because people do, especially in European exclusive, people are kind of confused about it. People are also interested in it. People seeing the success of first year, they're curious. Should they try and buy second year? Will it go up in value if they just purely want to sell it? I think ultimately it's a 200 base checklist, which is a bit crazy.
Yeah.
I think they've reduced the parallel numbers. I think there was 399 last year, now it's all 199. So they've I like that. Yeah. I like that tremendously. But at the end of the day, think about it. There's 200 characters. If you ran a break on Fanatics Live or whatnot and just started auctioning you did a 200 character break and you auction a 200 character break, and then other being everything else on that checklist, which realistically people would actually split that differently, I think. But say 200 character break, auction everything starting at $1. You're already, if you get a bid on every character, you're at $200. And that's without a secondary bid. You know, so these boxes, based on that math, I think will go a lot higher than where they are now, just because I think it's very breakable. And I think slightly different to Marvel Comics is you look at that checklist, you probably know a lot. Like, more people know a bigger percentage of that checklist than they do even of the Marvel comic one.
Or a Bundesliga checklist.
Or Bundesliga summer signings, autograph checklist.
One thing that I was talking about going to the global license and all that stuff. We didn't really talk about Marvel as it was coming out, the Marvel Comics release, get deep into it. But just to say, the Upper Deck obviously has had the Marvel license for a long time. And so I just went and had a look at some of their value. First of all, the amount of Marvel products that Upper Deck's been releasing is insane. So I was kind of expecting the prices to be completely deflated. But actually what I found was like a very healthy mix of different blaster boxes and different there's a 2022 Marvel Metal Universe Spider-Man Upper Deck Skybox blaster. Maybe that's Metal. Is that Upper Deck? Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah. Upper Deck Masterpieces 2024 XL Hobby Box, like Spider-Man doing really well there. 2024 Avengers Metal Universe trading card seal hub 475. Like these go well. if they make them for every show, every MCU film, every Disney Plus show, obviously they're not all killers, but like it's very interesting to see this stuff.
It's healthier than it would be. Like Upper Deck have so many constraints on how they sell Upper Deck Diamond dealers, and you have to wait a year to sell it online, stuff like that. There's like mad kind of things, but yeah, I agree with you. Like I was looking at that myself, and you kind of expect it to be dread.
Yeah.
But it really isn't. But at the same time, it gives me a bit of shivers when I see like low-key blaster boxes, because I think Topps are going to be doing that as well, but probably at a bigger scales. Because I'm assuming the print run on a lot of this probably, but it could be high. I don't know. It's a weird one. But again, I look at all of this and I think to myself, Topps Chrome is a solid horse to back. First year Topps Chrome and second year Topps Chrome Disney. Especially seeing that there seems to be so many collectors of this sort of stuff. But it's difficult. It's difficult. It's an unknown, because one of the main reasons people kind of chase sports cards is that kind of belief of a rookie becomes a GOAT,
Yeah.
That's kind of missing, which is a core thing. But then there's a lot of other things that kind of work in your favor. Ultimately, I do think opening, say, let's take Disney Chrome and Marvel Comics, opening a box of each of those versus opening a box of almost any sport product that comes out this year, hobby box, I think there's probably better return on investment, particularly at ORP, of course. On those,
there's a higher average card value.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, like you can get that. You can get the Lamine Yamal Superfractor Auto, and you can sell it. But like, realistically, you're not going to get that.
And do you know what upsets me?
Someone has to, but yeah.
Here's one. The Chrome stock used for the Disney and the Marvel. Last year's Disney, we haven't seen this one yet. Last year's Disney, this year's Marvel has been incredible and has added tremendously to the kind of quality of the product.
Yeah.
In a way where like the base cards do sell for a good amount of money, and they're also very nice in hand, and they feel good and they look good.
They grade well.
That's the thing that I'm kind of scared about, is seeing that kind of horrible Chrome stock at a higher print run, higher price when it's a global. When it's a global,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like the Chrome stock that just bends over and is so flimsy and light, and it's just like, this is nothing.
Yeah. The shiny paper stock.
Yeah, the shiny paper stock that is fine in a world where you're opening a soccer box and the base cards aren't really worth anything anyway, so you don't really care.
Yeah.
But seeing like the Disney cards on that kind of stock would be a bit heartbreaking, but also I think drives the increased interest in the one that's coming out now.
So we're very interested to hear what people are thinking in terms of these entertainment releases. Are you into it? Are you not into it? And let us know. Write in. I'm sure we'll be discussing this as time goes by. I think we're just about. It's Friday evening here in Dublin. I think we're just about finished the podcast. Just to say that I have to take solace in this, because it could be another few years.
Yeah.
That Ireland won last night in Finland. Imagine that, winning a yes.
Sorry, Jason.
Winning a competitive game of football, a comeback win with goals from Liam Scales and Robbie Brady, who we recently saw play for Preston in Birmingham, and I thought he should never be within 600 meters of an Irish shirt again. But he did it last night, as he has done it so many nights before.
He got a valiant draw against Belgium after going a man down and 2 goals up, so we'll take that.
Yeah.
Having got a red card. But yeah.
Matteo Retegui scored for Italy. He has 7 goals and 1 assist in 6 starts for Atalanta this season.
I can't believe it. After seeing him in the Euros being a big donkey. I couldn't catch the game last night because it just wasn't on TV. I was able to watch England, unfortunately, lose to Greece after Bellingham scored quite the goal.
Unfortunately, they lost to Greece. What do you mean?
Yeah. Well,
fortunately, they lost to Greece.
I know, but a lot of our listeners are English. I like to be nice to them.
Some of our listeners are Greek.
Congratulations to the Greeks. Taking over Wembley. Yeah, I got to see somebody Ireland. I was flicking between Ireland and England games. I missed the Brady goal, but I seen everything else. So it was good start to the international campaign. Italy obviously getting a draw, a bit upset, especially because I said to myself, those Belgians are done. We were 2-0 up.
They're finished. Yeah,
got a red card, and I said, Gianni, they still have a bit of talent in their squad.
Well, it's those Roma players. You can't. You can't trust them.
Can't trust them at all.
But that's not the kind of football we're interested in this weekend. We're interested in American football, man.
I love the Bears.
Oh, soccer? Not my thing,
Caleb
man.
Williams, he's the guy.
He's the guy.
He's my guy. He's my guy, man.
Yeah. Maybe we'll come back next week and we'll have invested in a big Caleb Williams.
We'll give a 20-minute segment to NFL Prism when it's coming out again, as opposed to Disney. Although now I am craving watching a bit of the Lion King. What a show that is, by the way.
Okay, that's it. Have a great weekend, everyone. We're back on Tuesday for more Soccer Cards United. That's actually going to be episode 250.
250, wow.
Wow. Time does fly, doesn't it?
That's right.
All right, I'll see you over the weekend, Enzo.
See you, Jason.